Okay, so what we are going to do today is that we are going to make an acoustic kind of beat with less of drums, and you're going to see how I'm going to do that. I'm going to be using only basic FL Studio plugins, nothing too much. Just something to to sing a love song. So I'll be modeling after an existing song, which is "At Your Worst" by Callum Scott. So what I did is I went on to Google and I searched about Callum Scott's song "At Your Worst." What song key it is? It was in G major. What was the tempo? 120 BPM. So, but Scott has an acoustic version, which I think was somewhere around 60 BPM. So we are going to do that accordingly. Now, to make things easier for me, I went to search for the chords for "At Your Worst," and we have the G, the E minor, the C, and the D was repeated all throughout the song. So I'm going to use this knowledge that I have already to start something on my own, to build my own song on it. It may change along the line, along the flow of making the beat. So let's do that right away without wasting time. So I'll be using uh, Armless Armless plugin. Uh, I'll be using a plug there, an Armless plugin. Let me raise this up just in case you need something like that. You can open Armless, the default, and on your screen do all this tweaking I have here, and you are going to have this particular sound that I'm going to use. So, well, I don't know how it's going to sound like, what rhythm I'm going to use to build the chords, but let's see how it goes. To do that, I'm going to go with the help of the metronome, which is up here. I click this one, turn it off again. I click it, the light is on, and it's going to guide me. I play first. Mm, 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 Okay, so I have a beat to play some chords to. Now I have a rhythm of a particular rhythm in my head that I would love to play, but let's see how it goes first. Let me lay it out. Now, if you don't have the basics of chords, you don't know how to type in chords and all that, shouldn't have a problem. Before what made it easier for me to get to this piano is let me go back. This here will take you back to this place, and how I launched in the Harmless is I click this plus sign. No, I'm not loading the Ogun. I'll be the Ogun. uh, I don't want to click this, so I'm going to delete this. Oh, sorry, my keyboard what's it called, my mouse is hitching. So this plus sign here, you click on it, then you click Armless. That's the plugin I want to use. Armless. Okay, so in Armless I already saved this preset, my plug. So I'll be using this other plug also. So I'll open it. I'm 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 so sorry for why my mouse is doing like this. I could have come along with my other mouse to the office, but hopefully it's going to allow us now. So I can equally as well, instead of deleting this, replace it with another, let's say for example Armless again. So, and again, I'm going to give you a second to freeze the settings of this plugin so that you can tweak it at your end to have the same sound. So I have, oh, I'm sorry about this mouse of a thing. Okay, So this is my second plug, and this is the setting. Take a look at it and see if you can tweak around this setting so that we have exactly the sounds I'm going to use for this. They might not be the perfect sound. Okay, I already have it already, so let me replace this with my third plug. Replace with same plugin. I'm using the same plugin, Armless. If you know or you want to know about sound design, there are a lot of videos on YouTube that can teach you about sound design. Busy Works Beats can teach you about sound design, so you can be able to do all this sound. Okay, so that's my big block. I call it big block. I'm supposed to spell that block. I spelled it block. Okay, so let's start with the first one. So I right click on it and I click on piano roll. Sorry, I did that again. Click on piano roll. It brings me to the piano roll. Now this piano roll, I want more details. So I want to know. So I come to the drop down here. I come to tools. Let me see. No, I come to view. I come down to piano roll preview. I want all the chord names to show, so I'm looking for where to. Okay, scale and lighting. Okay, I think that's not it. Okay, come to stamp. It's not stamp. Tools. Come to tools. It's not here. I've forgotten anyway. So, but hopefully, if I remember, we'll come back to it. Okay. So, can't find it. Okay. It's down here. Keyboard labels. All notes. Very good. So we said the song started with G major, with chord G rather, followed by E minor, C and D. Wherever you see where they write EM or M in front of any note, then it's a minor. If nothing is written in front, then it's a major. If you don't know the basic principle of a major, how to form a major chord, it's simple. You don't need music theory. Just have this formula in your head. Your root note will be your 0. You count from your root notes. You count 0. You count upward. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be your second note in that chord. Sounds right? Then your third note in that chord, to make it a complete chord, so to speak, is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the code or the formula is 047 for major chords. Okay, so I want it sound to go something like this. Let's see. Let's see if you can get that. So I'll use the knife here to, let's see, to cut somewhere around here. Let's see. So I have my then I need my okay. So we have it. Okay. know that I love you so. Something like, you know that I love you so. Oh. Okay, let's get right onto it. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay, so the next chord is going to be our A minor. E minor. Okay, let's start here. So E minor, the formula for E minor, we're still going to start at 0, 1, E minor. 0, 1, 2, 3 this time around. 3, 0, 3, 7. That's the code. 0, 3, 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you want the chords to be more than 3, for the major it's going to be 0, 4, 7, 11. For the minor it's going to be 0, 3, 7, 10. Okay, so let's repeat our pattern of progression again. Okay, bum 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 bum. Then the next chord is C. Hold on a bit. Let me. Okay, so the next chord is going to be our, let me check that again, our C. So if you go back to, oh, this mouse, this pencil like icon here, you click on it so that you have your pencil back. Then we go for C. Now you can decide whether you want the mood of the chord to be going upward or you want it to come downwards. Okay, so when you decide this, then you'll be able to tell where to start your root, the root of your chord from. So for example, you can decide to transpose your chord just to make it in the same pitch, so to speak. So now if I want it to be going down, I'm going to put my C, start my C here. Then remember our formula for major: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see we are still in the scale of G major. So let's repeat that. Then lastly, we have we're going to be having our D major. You can search on YouTube for different chord progression that you may want to use, but for this song I love this progression. So then the last one is the D. I go back to my pencil on the D. So Don't forget 0 1 2 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Don't need music theory. Let's see if it is right. There's another way for you to be able to, write these chords perfectly without even having to crack or putting these codes in your head. So we are going to see that too as we go along in this lesson. Okay, so let's see. So now we have our progression, and this repeated all through Callum Scott's song, and this can be a basic start for you. You can repeat this all over in the song and keep your melodies for the song very simple as possible for a start. When you're starting to make your song, don't make it too complicated, make it simple. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to try and change the feel of this song by moving around our notes. Now, moving around the notes will help to change the feel of the song. Okay, so let's decide what notes to move and why we want to move it that way. Now, the note on top of this chord is the melody of this chord. For example, here D on the G chord right here, D is the melody driving this chord. So if I want to sing a song, I may want to start on the note of G, D in my first bar. I may want to start with D as the driving melody. That's just as an example. Or I may decide I want to go with B. Now to spice things up, to give you some flavor, you can take this middle note and transport it, take it up. That is from B4 to B5. I think if you press Ctrl arrow up, that's going to do it. You see, just doing that has changed the entire feel of the song. Let's undo that. This song is now cool, but just transposing that has changed the entire feel of the song. Then we have this. So with this song now, I can sing with more energy. Yeah, 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 yeah. That was off key. I shouldn't have done that. That's too bad. Okay, anyways, let's do the same for every other one. Let's transpose the middle and take it up. So Ctrl up. Let's see what's going to happen. Very good. Now for fullness and depth, you may decide not to transpose on this block. Then you go back to the other two blocks we have and transpose on them. You may decide to do that. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. On this block we are going to transpose, and on the other plugs we are not going to transpose. Now on the other plugs I'm going to do something that you will see can also spice up your chords to make it professional instantly. So now let's go back. We can copy this chord, so we don't have to do it again. Just right click, copy, come to the big block, and paste. Okay, and this way you can click this line here. It will take you directly into the piano roll. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to return this down. I'm going to return them down, so we have a double feeling in the song. Let's see how that feels like. If it's going to be good to the ears, and it's going to be something. Okay, sorry about that. I'm holding down control and doing this, highlighting it on my keyboard. I'm holding down the control and highlighting it. Control, I click and drag. I click and drag, then I press control again and press arrow down. Now let's hear these two together. Okay, it's dark and I don't think we want that. So let's press Ctrl A, highlight this, and press Ctrl and transport it up. Let's see what that gives us. Now the big plug has taken more of our other plug, which I love so much, the sound. So I'm going to do something. Is either I reduce the plug, the sound of the plug, or I do something else. I come down here and I decide to remove all the middle plugs, all the middle notes in my chords, all the middle leaving me with just 2 notes in each chord. And this okay, now I've been switched back to the other. Okay, good. So I remove all the middle. That's one of the things I'm going to do. Then I reduce the volume. What I just did with this is this you call power chords. You call this power chords. Okay, so I reduce the volume. Yeah, just drag this back down. Let's hear. I love you are. I keep singing off. Damn. Okay, so don't worry about my bad singing, just focus on what I'm doing. Now we come to this other plug. We paste what we have, we click, we go in, and this time around what we are going to do that I told you that is going to be different is this. Now this root, let's listen to our plug first. Very good. So now here's what we're going to do. We are going to take the root of all our chords, and we are going to place it an octave down. Okay, we cut it into 2 here on that bar. Go back to our pencil, let's see. Okay, to give it more groove. We do that again for this. This is E. I click on this to copy it. I just click on it to copy it so that I paste the same length in the next bar. So I come to C, I do the same, I do the same. I come here, D, that's going to be D3, D3. So one other thing to change or spice these things up, is this. Now I know this. Sorry, hold on please. So now we know that the notes at the top right now is on this is the B instead of the D. Now the next note that is here on the top is the G. So with that knowledge, let's spike things up. Let's see if we do, maybe it's going to up. So I bring this note, this one, I click on it to copy the length of the note and come here and click it here. So let's see what happens. Oh, G, yeah. I think it sounds great. So E, let's try that for E also. So I'm thinking what if this is split this way? What does it gives us? So I just want to play it from here. Let's see. Now I have that. So now here's what we're going to do now. Let me look for, let's use FL keys. Let's see any presets they have. A broken piano, a concert piano. Okay, let's use a concert piano. We'll go back to, okay, our board here, we take it to piano roll. Now we want to play the same chords we've been playing before, but this time around we are going to try something different again. Do do I like how this sounds? Sounds too tiny to my ears. Press it to copy the length. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So E minor 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Then now let's do something. Let's change the feel of the chords. We are going to, there are many ways to write the G chord, there are many ways to write the E minor chord. So let's do this. What if we take our E up this time around? What if we do that? What's going to happen? And when it was here, okay, let's look at it. What if we take C up to keep everything close together? No big changes. Let's try and see if we can change. I don't like the sound of the piano at all. Let's check this out. Grand piano. Let's see. I want to solo the piano. Okay, not bad. So now what we're going to do to make this piano more full, we're going to do something similar to what we've done before, but it's slightly different. So the 7th note, which is in our formula 0 4 7, so we're going to use 0 and 7 to back up our chords. So in this case, G and D, 5, and G and D, so to speak, to makes it more full. Then in this case, G, no, in this case E, we'll be using E and B. So we'll do the same here. For here it's C and G. For here it's going to be F, D and A. Will you love me at my worst? 'Cause I want you to love me now, like you will love me more. Baby, love me more, love me right, love me well. The things that I deserve is your love. So, so basically, I don't want this video to be more longer than this. Okay. Now, let's see if we this bit is still missing something. It's still missing some action, unless we just want it to be an acoustic, kind of song, you know. Then that means maybe uh we don't need to add maybe some drums. Okay, so now we just want to see if we'll be able to add some bass to this. And once again, I'm going to open that again so that you can see the settings. For a second, you could pause the screen and follow through. You could pause the screen and follow through. Just look at it. I know it's time consuming, but hey, you need to start practicing sound design. Okay, look at all the parameters and make sure all the parameters is the same with your own parameters. Okay, now let's move to the next. We go now, because you know the key of your song, then creating a bass might not be that hard. The only thing that may be hard is creating a rhythm that fits into the song or into the instrument you have already. So I don't have any bass progression in my head, so I'll just click and let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to listen to it and see. Okay, let's do this. Where's my knife? Okay, let's cut it somewhere around here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so let me use, okay, my hair, oh, my hair. Okay. Okay, I think I like that. Let's see what will happen. I think I would like to go with that bass line. I'll just repeat this. Okay, to save some time. Okay, so we have E. We'll copy the length of this. Copy the, put it here. Okay, then copy the, no, we copy the length of this by clicking on it. Okay, very good. me listening to this, I felt that the rhythm is not enough. Honestly, there should be something driving the song. There should be something, So I want to see if the bass can do that for us. I think that could work. That could work. So let's do that. Okay, let's put this here. Put this back. I think it would be very nice reading. Okay. Then we'll do something interesting again. We'll do something interesting. Okay. Bring this here, right? Alright. Okay. And let's see what happens. The beauty of what we are going to have. Very good. So let's see if we can bring in armor again, and this time around let's use I don't know how this block keys sounds like, or the guitar. I'll have preferred that. Okay, but let's see. I copy this bass, I paste it here. Let's see. Let's transpose it up. Let's see what happens. Now, when this beat starts, not everything is going to start. You may start with the first three plugs we started the song with, and then in the chorus we bring in everything. It becomes fuller at the chorus. So that's the technique. So now we have our beats. Technically speaking, you can sing something on this and it's going to be nice. So now this is just letting you see the acoustic. If possible, we may add some drums to this and let's see how they spice it up, but not today. So what else are we going to do? Let's see if we can add one more thing. One more thing. Let's go to our harmless. Let's go to our preset. Let's go to long chords. Let's copy our dark piano and let's paste it. Let's see if it's not going to spoil the song. all we need to do is just reduce it, let it come from the background very far away. I don't need no lighter, I don't need no fighter. All I need is my lover. Hey, would you love me at my worst? Or would you be my number one? I'm very bad at I'm very bad at doing all these what is it called, freestyles. Okay, so there you have it. With this we have a moving acoustics. If you like, say something on this. If you like, add some drums. But today we are not going to do that. But sharply and quickly, I'm going to show you something. I don't need this guy here. I'm going to what I'm going to show you will allow you to lay this out as a full song. Like you have a song. So we are going to use a pattern. We are going to use verse, chorus, verse. That's the pattern we're going to use. Verse, chorus, verse. I seriously apologize for my mouse. Okay, so now let's do something now. Let's create a playlist, or let me say let's arrange the song. Now to do that, the first thing you're going to do is come here, click this drop down, okay, and then there are so many things here. Right here you can set your time signature if you have a kind of time signature in mind you want to use, but right now default is on 4/4, if you know what that means. But if you don't bother about that. Okay, so then I'll come down and say split by channel. Split by channel. It splits by channel. So what that means is it kept every one of these instruments we play on a different channel. This box right here that you've been seeing since is called a channel rack. Okay, you can even expand it. Okay, it's called a channel rack. Now you have one channel rack per instrument you've played, and you will usually do this when you want to start arranging your songs. That's the method I use. There are many ways you can do. Okay, so now I have this particular channel is where I have my keys, the block that I love. So to do that I go to the piano roll. Okay, sorry, I go to the playlist. Right here is the playlist. Here you can see this sign. You click on the playlist and all my channel is right here beside. That's for FL Studio, the latest projects. Back then in FL Studio 10 and 11, I don't think we have that, but it makes life easier. You click, sorry, that's my mouse. You click, it lays out your 4 bars that you've already have before. So now what I'm going to do is to have my verse is going to be let me see. So for me to put my FL Studio in the mood of this playlist, I have to change from pattern to song, because all we are doing, we are just creating patterns initially. Now we want to arrange songs, so we move to songs and we have this. So my first verse, I just want it to be 8 bars. So I have 1 to 8 bars already now. I go to my big block, go back to my big block, I click, I I do by default my snap is on the main, so that's why it's easy for me to know to lay this thing out this ways. Okay, so I come to the other one, I click. Now let me listen to this. So there are many ways you can do your arrangement, but let me quickly show you one that I do that may be helpful for you. So like I said, let's arrange everything. It's going to make life easy, somewhat easy. At least that's how I was taught, or that's how I learned. Who's my teacher? That's how I learned it. So yes, sorry. I think this here, paste this here, the long cards, paste this here, paste this here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to highlight this, Ctrl A and then Ctrl C, and then shift this forward, then paste. It's pasted on the other one, so I drag it out and I align it. So I have 16 bars already, so I will do that again. Sorry about that. So that again. Okay, perfect. We have 24 bars now. So what I'm going to do, so as not to complicate things, I want to create an intro and an outro. Sorry, an intro, a verse, and a chorus. That's what I'm going to do. So to introduce the song, let's remove this. We don't want this. Let's leave this. Let's remove this. Let's remove this. Let's play first. Let's remove this. Also, let's play. Let's remove this. Then the verse will start. Okay, so let's do it that way. So now for our verse, you remember we said we just want 8 bars, so we are arranging for 8 bars. To remove the long chords, we remove the block keys. What else are we remove the big block? Let's see. So we do this for the next bar. Now we have our intro and our verse. Okay, then our chorus, we don't want it to be more than 8 bar 2. So let's remove this last one. Yeah, we don't even know what our chorus is going to be like, so we can adjust this later. We can always adjust it later. Okay, so now we have our intro, our verse. So what we can do, if we want, verse, chord, verse, and verse, chorus, verse, chorus. One shortcut you would use, I don't want this video to be more than an hour. Just copy this, Control C. I'm just copying just only the chorus. So let's highlight that again. I'm holding down Control to the verse, then Control C, Control V. Very good. So we have almost a full song already. So now I'm going to add outro to it. I'm going to use the same intro as the outro and maybe spice it up with something else. Press Ctrl A, let it highlight everything so that when we're playing, it's going to play everything. Let's so now what I'm going to do now, we have movement in the song. Movement. Okay, so what I want to do is somewhere around here I want to remove all this last, this one, to just make the last chorus somewhat different. Okay, no, I return this. I want it to be like the outro. I return this. Okay, so very good. So now to create a transition between the first verse and the second verse, I want us to do something. I want us to highlight or just remove, just drag this back, drag this back just by one cell. Let's see if this transition is going to give us a transition. Don't you let me cry around this dying Emily. Oh yeah, not a rumor. Okay. Something I want. So you get the gist. That's it. Now you want to have this on your phone, you want to listen to it. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Export it as MP3. You want to record, export it as something higher than that, maybe WAV. However, there's something more you could do. You could mix this beat, take it to the next level, master the beat, make it pop. We are going to do that too, but not today. So after this particular beat, we are going to make it pop. Now before we make it pop, we are going to see other potentials this song has, okay, by adding drums to it. So I want to export it as an MP3 so that we could listen to it. I come to File and I come to Export as MP3. I want to give it the title Worst and then I change my, it says it saves in data, demo project, demo songs. Okay, I want it to save somewhere else under music in my computer, save. The song is 2 minutes 40 seconds from start to finish. You have a standard song, my brother, my sister. That was fast. So that's it. That's all about that. So the next tutorial we're going to be having, just remind me, is that we are going to mix this song and make it pop. You know, the elements that are entering, the frequency of other elements will be cleared, and the song will be more cleaner and less crowded to the ear. And this will make it easier for the vocals to sit well when the vocals is about to come into the picture. Then after we've done that, we hopefully before then I'm going to write something nice to the song. Okay, see you on the next tutorial.